time for a dance, a time for a narrative, a time for this narrative, and of course, the time for I, Frederick Comonio Kubunya Kwarapiola, that and the Paris. Ninaleta Sitoria, Ninaleta Sitoria, and after I finished my form 4, my mother Nyasebo insisted that I had to go to the city of Nairobi so that I could become rich and successful like my uncle had done. Of course, when I heard about going to Nairobi, I was beside myself with joy. I mean, joy was here, and I was right here, beside myself with joy. But this was because I had been told that in Nairobi, there were very, very, very beautiful girls, like the ones who were dancing in Bedova. And so, when the day finally arrived, I embarked on the journey. Moto, moto, Sitoria. Moto, 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 Sitoria. Moto, moto, moto. But normally they say, when one goes for a journey and leaves a loved one behind, he is a very sad man. And this was not different in my case, because by going to Nairobi, I was leaving my very lovely girlfriend, Apundi Situnya, in the village. Ladies and gentlemen, just to summarize the whole thing, Apundi was the most beautiful girl you could see. She in fact spelled the word beautiful. No man could lay his eyes on Apundi without losing his emotional equilibrium. But still, I did not mind because I was going to the city of Nairobi. By the way, to cut the short story long, I reached Nairobi, and luckily enough for me, my uncle had found me a job at a petrol station as the IT man in charge of procurement, public relations, security. I was the sweeper. And so, every day I would go and do my work. Then in the evening, I would retreat back to my home, where I would take the marupurupu I was given and the place under my mattress. It was during this time ya ujenzi ya taifa that I got to know of this place, known as the parish. I know most of you, when you hear of the term the parish, your mind automatically switches to the Christian kind of passion. But being a Sunday, you might be right up to a point. This was because the kind of parish I will go to and your kind of parish were not very much different. One, all of them had benches. Two, one will be given the communion. But the only difference is that while in the Christian kind of communion, one will be given and you will be filled with the Holy Spirit. In our parish, one will be given the communion only to be filled with wines and spirits. But still, one will talk in tongues after both of them. Third, ladies and gentlemen, in the Christian kind of parish, we had the priest who was the man in charge of everything. Not different from our parish, because in our parish, we also had one person who was the catechist, who was the bishop, who was the pope, who was the archbishop, who was the cardinal, and who, of course, would do what we refer to as a mediation in times of crisis. This person was a very, very ugly woman known as Mama Shiko. Ladies and gentlemen, the first time I saw Mama Shiko, I thought she was a joke. This was because never in my life had I seen such a very ugly looking woman. And most people in the parish had a woman. They had a that when she called Mama Shiko was born, they did not even give her a name because people were confused whether she was a baby or she was just a fossil. In our parish, unlike the Christian type of parishes, any day and every day was prayer time. All that one needed was to have a little sadaka, which we will use to go to the parish. And of course, we will all come and join in singing of the parishioners' anthem. Niko Gedi, Niko Mati, Niko Gedi, Niko Gedi, Niko Mati, Niko Gedi. Another umbe, another king, another name, another upanyuma. Ulemi. And to come and punish us with all that we wanted. And these things, they will come in tops, they will come in shorts, they will come in skirts, they will come in bottles, they will come in takers, they will even come in rubber. But we still love the communion. I remember this day vividly. It was on the 25th of December, which of course is normally what? It is normally Christmas Day, unless you have just come from outer planets. And on this day, the parish had caught my mouth 0. No matter what, no. This was because the people had come from far and wide, and it was very full. Even men who had disappeared 3 years ago had come back to the parish, ladies and gentlemen. On this day, Mama Shiko told us that she had this new stuff that she wanted us to try out. If you think we were stupid enough to agree to such a useless suggestion, you are right. And this was because we had one rule and one anthem and one motto that stated clearly that the only things we parishioners don't consume are bullets, bottles, and tables, and anything made of organic manure. And so, it all started coming. Round ya kwanza ikaletwa, round ya pili ikapita, round ya tatu ikapita. Oh, that is where trouble started. One by one, we started visiting the small adjacent room to relieve our biological fluids. For those of you who don't know the small adjacent room, if a small book is called a booklet, a small pig is called a, and a small toy is called a, and then something started happening. One by one, people started falling to the ground. You could see clearly that something was wrong. I could see this woman, this not so good, ugly looking woman, who was lying down on the ground, clutching her stomach and removing all her clothes. On the left was another man. You could see that he could see nothing. He was pushing his hands round and round, trying to clutch his glass. As the Indians say, then I looked around, and everyone was down. Then came Mama Shiko from wherever she was hiding. She also looked round, dazed and confused, and then she took off. And I, out of bitterness, removed my shirt and threw at her, but she died. And then I removed my trousers, threw at her, but just like Wayne Rooney running past me with that Arsenal defender, she lay. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I got so mad, I got so annoyed, and I finally removed what I had not planned to remove. This was going to show the ladies how big or small I was. I removed my shoes and threw them. Ladies and gentlemen, it was at that moment that I fell down and I died. umekwisha potea, wapotea mtoto mzuri wa kwenda Paris, umekwisha potea. Now the boy who had come to Nairobi to go back home, a rich man, was going back home in a hearse. I remember my funeral vividly, ladies and gentlemen. I remember my funeral, my white casket, and of course the blackest suit I had ever worn in my death. I'm looking like a dead man. Of course I was dead. And I saw my mom looking at me. My father was looking at me. Even my beautiful, beautiful girlfriend, a police was looking at me. But my friend Oloke was behind her with lugubrious eyes. So it's true what they say, ladies and gentlemen. Paka akiondoka ya kuashiani. I remember the pastor's word for that day. He said that he was tired. He was tired of seeing young men like me going to their graves because of the past. Then, like it is our culture, it was now time for me to go and get buried. But before that, they had to pay last respect by the casket. My father passed. My father passed me. And then, Olo also passed me with a huge smile and finally, it was Apodisitonia. Hey, Apodi came to my casket. She told me to wake up. I could not. Then she started calling me very beautiful names. Vanilla chocolate. Lakara. Akina Ukwa. Ameti Monagon. Genevieve Nagi. Even such sweet names, ladies and gentlemen, I could not wake up. I was a dead man. Then, as they normally say, where diplomacy fails, you apply what? Violence. So she came back to me with a rap, held me by my suit, slapped me for the first time. I did not wake up. She slapped me for the second time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are dead, you cannot wake up unless you are a fan of El Cuerpo del Destro. So she came back, held me again, and this time she slapped me so hard that I jumped to grab her and kiss her, only to find myself on the neck of the vasodactyl. Oh, so it was all a dream, eh? And so, ladies and gentlemen, my journey to the great city of Nairobi is still going on. And in case you want to know whatever happened, come to Catholic University in April and you will see me and I will tell you about everything.
Thank you. Can see.
Girl, it's a despicable act in Ontario.
That is a huge stain on your leadership record.
I'm very sorry. I did not do it out of malice. The woman was irresistible. Plus the urge for me to see the fruits of my manhood overwhelmed me. But my lord, you are still young, and so are your wives. The gods will bless you with children when they deem fit. My patience is running low. But my lord, you're still royalty. But I'm still human. Still flesh and bone.
Let's not cry over spilled milk. Let's start the report.
Okay. The two of you will not speak of what you've seen here today as long as the two of you are still alive. What? How? Come. You will take the royal oath of silence, and may the wrath of the gods befall you and your posterity if any of you dare reveal this to anyone. We shall now take the royal oath of silence. I bind myself to the royal oath of silence. I bind myself to the royal oath of silence. And may the gods strike me if I dare break this oath. And may the gods strike me if I dare break this oath. Good. Priest? Yes, your lordship. Write it down, but should I pass on, then may my firstborn child take my place on the throne. Understood? Yes, your lordship. Write it down, priest, for that is my will. Got it.
Shut up, you child!
written in the chief's will that once he is dead, his firstborn child will take the lead. Is it not my right to lead? Now that the chief was rested,
It is. Take the lead.
People of the town. People of the town. I am the chief's firstborn son. The first fruit of chief's claim to money. The real leadership responsibility was first restored to me. It is written in the will. Am I not the leader? Now that the chief has rested,
You are. I oppose the truth.
stop this madness. This is not madness. I am claiming what I should be. The throne.
The throne.
Is mine.
Put your hand in his rightful place.
Money, power, respect. Three elements that brings man's savage nature to light and push family bonds beyond extremities. Ashes to ashes. Dust to dust. Life, brethren. Life is a cycle in which one end signifies another beginning.
QUAGMIRE ROYAL. Powerhouse.
No, mother. No.
Deborah, listen to me.
I still do not understand, mother. Why are you against this stroke of luck?
You call it a stroke of luck. I call it a sign of death. Zipporah, you cannot marry them
But
away.
you still haven't told me why.
Zipporah, her mother knows what is best for her daughter. And the Mawazo brothers are bad news.
Why are you being irrational, mother? Why? What mother on earth will not bask in the glory of having her only child being dated by two princes?
People are
But
different.
even in a way, mother, they are similar in a way. Mother, none of the Mawazo's brothers can claim the throne less than marry. Because our family is second to royalty.
Listen to me, Zipporah, and listen very well. You will not marry the Mawazo brothers.
Why?
Because I say so, and my wife here is the law.
And you're a little bit mistaken there, sister. It is my word that is the final law in this house. So, what seems to be the bone of contention between mother and daughter?
It's an involvement.
With who?
The Mawazo brothers. Uncle, mother does not want me to be betrothed to them. She wants to shut my door to a life full of glory and fame.
Isabella! Stop being stupid! Stop being a fool! This chance, this opportunity comes only once. Let's grab it.
My principles will not allow my daughter to stoop to such laws of life.
What? hospitality. Let your daughter be married to the royal family. Only then, and I mean only then, will you have settled the score.
Please, my brother, I will find a way to pay you. But not in this kind of way.
Then how?
I wish my father was alive.
Huh?
His word would have sealed this deal.
Do not speak about your father.
Why, mother? Why? Who is he?
I guess a day will suffice for now.
Dad. Then my fate is sealed.
I greet you all. Have I come at the wrong time?
No, not at all, my prince. It's never wrong time for you to come calling. In fact, what can I offer you? my
I'm
prince?
nothing. Leave us.
My home is your home.
So how are you faring on, my fair lady?
I thought it was supposed to be a private talk.
Oh, do not mind this man. I trust them with my life, and they have sworn to secrecy on the details of my life. We are free to speak.
It is okay, my lord.
Ah, come on, Zipporah. Everybody is referring to me in royal terms. Can't you be an exception? Call me Richie.
Okay, Richie.
I hope you know why I am here.
Does a hand not know what an eagle runs when it's silent?
Ah, come on, Zipporah. Mine is a peaceful visit. Do not equate to me as an eagle.
Tell me what you want.
Mine is a simple request, Zipporah. 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 I want to make you my queen.
And I have a problem with that.
What problem, Zipporah?
I do not want to be some trophy. Sitting on the throne looking beautiful and important. I want what
And what is that, Zipporah?
I want to love.
Oh, but I can love you,
I don't
Zipporah.
think so.
Why do you break my heart with such stinging words, Zipporah? You know I have always wanted you by my side.
You want me as a wife so that you are given a child.
I will not lie to you, Zipporah. And that plays a major role. But my love for you, Zipporah, my love for you is the overall denominator of this mixed fraction. Zipporah, you are my weakness.
Oh.
And I am addicted to your life.
Richard!
Zipporah. Zipporah, I knew I loved you before I met you. At times, I think I dreamt you into life because you are my perfect
Stop it, Richard!
Zipporah! I wish I could. I wish I could. But my mouth, Zipporah, cannot hide the joy inside my heart. Come. Come, Zipporah. Come, my love. Let's come and dance. silent.
Hey! What is the meaning of this unwarranted display of affection and Negro?
What are you doing here?
I was just about to ask you the same question.
I have no intention of answering such a question.
Good, then I will ask you to leave.
Who do you think you are? Honoring me around?
Hey! The next chief of the town.
What?
Yes.
The throne, the honored throne of the jungle, is no place for a second man.
I am a true alien. Zipporah, will you love a man who is handsome, elegant, or this mama's boy who has not even grown beard?
As Zipporah, would you love a macho man with more machismo than a brain? Or this true love machine? And the legend of love in every sense of the word? Ignore this ignorant fool, Zipporah. Come and dance with me.
Stop this stupidity. Richard, you have reached on my nerves.
Hey! What is the cause of all this who love the...
No.
Allow you to involve my family in your fear.
Isabella! Shut up! Do not speak your mind on such an important confrontation. Forgive my your highness.
What is going on?
It is a kingdom. It is in play.
My God, we need to do something.
On it. We, hey, tell your boys to do that. As for me, I have important state matters to attend to. Goodbye. And please, keep me updated on my Facebook wall on her condition. What? Goodbye.
Do not worry, mother. Everything will be all right.
Even my son.
No, mother.
Listen to me.
No.
Listen to me, my son.
I cannot believe it. Mother, first he tried to take the throne away from me, and now he is taking the woman who can solidify my claim to the throne. He has gone too far.
Calm down, my son. Anger makes you lose your sense of intelligence.
Anger is what I feel. I have filled my heart with hate.
My son, anger is very good when directed to the right channels, but it becomes a very distracting force when it serves as a blockage.
My resentment springs from a far much deeper source than this tale now.
What do you mean, Leroy?
Mother, do not behave like you do not know my history with Richard.
What history?
Ever since we were young, Richard was the most loved.
You are mistaken, my son. Your father loved both of you.
Richard more
Well,
than me.
with equal measure.
Richard was more equal than me.
That is a lie.
Tell the truth, mother. Who went to the better school?
You both school in private institutions.
Yes, but he was in an international school. I was at an academy.
But you still excel.
Out of sheer willpower, I only wanted to get the old man's approval, but he was blind to me.
Your father wanted you to be independent. He wanted you to grow into a man of your own.
By denying me his love, mother, everyone in the university loved the rich backward son of the chief. Everyone. Everyone. Even the woman I loved most. The woman who satisfied my heart satisfied. My eyes. Hey, excuse me. Can I have a minute with you? Oh, I just wanted to catch your name.
I am Sephora. My friends call me Sephora.
Wow, CP, nice to know.
You call me Sephora.
You are on your way somewhere. Can I take you there?
No, I was coming here to meet my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend?
Sweetie.
Richard!
Sephora. Nimbo, what are you doing here?
You know this guy?
Of course, he is my brother.
Really? You guys don't at all look of the same kind.
Oh, we are both the chief's son. But Nimrod is a little bit more laid back. Come on, we'll be let's try.
Laid back? Mother, I was laid back because he was given greater chances than me. It still haunts me, Mother. Our father gave him all the support during the university campaign, yet he denied me even a single penny, saying that I needed more time to study. It still lingers in my mind, as if the events happened yesterday. It was a child at India. For the practice, what is called speech. Comrade power! Power! Comrade power! Power! Comrade, it is said that politics is a dirty game, but Nimrod is here to clean the room. Our opponents are using money to sway minds of the voters. That is an abuse. It's a democratic value. 1,500 shillings. No! Are you slaves? We bought you here. No! Then I tell you, comrade, elect me. I might not be making it rain on you. I might not be Mr. Moneybags, but I am the change you need. Change. Comrade power! Power! So, comrades, elect me. I will not treat you like you are worth 500 shillings. I will not.
Even 500 shillings is not enough for you. I will make it 1,000 shillings for each and every one of you. 1,000 shillings!
1,000 shillings? What? Richard, these people will not be votes. And who appointed you? Their spokesperson. I am their next chairman.
Maybe in the next one. Comrade power! Comrade power! Comrade, we all know that I am the real deal here. My opponent here is nothing but empty word. I have dealt with you in various occasions in this university. And you all know my reputation in this university.
Yes, you are right.
And you could not have put it any much better. A comrade, and this little token that I'm giving you is not me trying to buy your vote, or me trying to bribe you. Honestly, your votes are priceless. And this is just a little motivation. And I thank you as you got to vote for me during the election. Comrade power! Comrade power!
It was at that time that he became my sworn mortal enemy. Mother, I will exact my vengeance. My vendetta will be quenched.
Be rational, Nimrod. I agree with you, but do it in a rational manner.
How? How will I do it in a rational manner?
Where is Richard now?
At the hospital with the peasant girl.
Good, but he's still busy getting emotional with that girl because use this opportunity to get ahead of them.
No, I am out of this place.
Listen to me, my son.
And the stupid son returned.
Zipporah is very ill.
It still does not concern me.
Oh, it does. Do you remember that kidney infection Zipporah had at the university? Well, it is back.
So let the doctors treat her.
And they are. Only that this time she needs a transplant.
And why are you telling me all this?
Ah, come on, Nimrod. Do not tell me you've forgotten.
About what?
That you and Zipporah are blood related. Do you remember that time at the university when she had a similar scare and you underwent all the donor tests? You were the only donor qualified.
But that was then, and it was just a scare. I have nothing to do with her now. Nimrod.
Zipporah needs that kidney, Nimrod.
What are you implying? That I cut out my kidney and give it to that girl?
Yes, in a nutshell.
Hey, you must be high on drugs.
Why? For being humane.
For thinking like a hen.
Or what's the
It
instant
is
brother?
just an observation, brother.
So, will I get the kidney?
No. What? N-O. An English word meaning refusal or rejection. In Kiswahili, sitaki. In my mother tongue, si-he-si.
No, but why?
Because I say so. It is my kidney. Is it not?
But this is an act of mercy, Nimrod.
And who told you that I have an ounce of mercy for you and that girl?
No, but you love Zipporah. But that was before you came into the picture.
But now, she is not even worth a roll of toilet paper. To me, what? Yes.
Be rational, Nimrod. Put your anger and hatred at bay. The iron strike his mouth.
What do you mean, mother?
Richard would do anything to get that kidney, right?
From the way he's talking, yes.
Good. Make him an offer. Your kidney for the throne.
Richard, after a series of consultations between two principals, my mother and I have come into an agreement.
Will I get the kidney?
Yes, you will.
Oh, thank you, Nimrod.
But terms and conditions apply.
What's down?
I will only give the dying girl my kidney if and only if you do away with the throne.
What? That is impossible, brother.
And not really, brother. We will just hold a public rally whereby you will publicly declare that I am the true claim to the throne.
No, but that is a lie. The throne is mine.
But that does not matter now. The life of the girl does, isn't it?
Do not be an animal, Nimrod.
It's just my nature. Nurtured by many years of solitude. A little bit of hate.
Enough! After a series of consultations between three principals, me, myself, and I have decided that I will make my declaration at a more grand place than this palace.
You are not going to run the show here.
And what is going on here?
Mother, Zipporah is very ill, and Nimrod here is the only one who can save her, yet he refuses.
Stop being animalistic, Nimrod. You take after your mother.
Oh. And your spineless son takes after you with his indecisive nature.
And why do you keep toying with the head of a cobra?
Because I am a cat, and my below is far much quicker than a striker.
Oh, mother, do not bother yourself with this second-rate royal battle.
Father, let them not dampen your royal mood. There's only one place to settle this.
Where?
The anointing square. Habakkuk!
Habakkuk!
Yes, my lord.
Habakkuk!
Yes, my lord.
Habakkuk! Go out and call the people.
I'll tell them that their next leader is calling them for a meeting.
I invite the prominent people too. Tell them
the principal man, man of integrity and dignity, the master, the great hunter, Master Nimrod is armed.
Open your heart and make way for the Count of Britain, the Magnificent.
Why the rush, Nimrod? Let me savor this moment. Let me soak in its glory. I might not get another chance to talk to my people.
Okay, speak, you ignorant fool. Speak.
People of Vitario! Oh. People of Vitario! Oh. I will never have relinquished my claim to the throne if I did not believe that whatever I was doing was of greater good.
Hey, this is the kingdom of Vitario, where time is money. Get to the point, please.
There will be no need for that, Brother Nimrod.
Why?
The point has come to us.
I heard the people of Italy were here. That means the heir to the throne has been found. I hope I won't fail for the coronation.
You are just in time for the good part, Zipporah.
Zipporah, you are in no good condition to be here.
My condition does not concern you, Tom.
But it concerns me, Zipporah. It is only because you insisted. There is no need for you to be
There
here.
is need, Mother. If my time to die has come, just let me die.
Zipporah, do not speak such words, Zipporah. Come, my love. Come and join me on the square. Zipporah!
This circus of nonsense is getting on to my nerves.
Nimrod, do not despise my son. A reined-on lion is still a lion. His fangs are still strong.
Your son has always been greater. He has lost his sense of intelligence, of being alive.
Then, in that case, the lioness of the tribe will take care of its calf.
Until when will this happen?
Stop it! Stop it before I pull your tongue out of the people mouth.
Please, my sister, please. Speak.
I will speak. My breath is fading. And I am getting weary. But I must be heard. Let my kind voice remain in your conscience. Richard. Nimrod. Nimrod. Why must you fight? Is the goal of the throne stronger than the bonds of brotherhood? Richard. Is a woman worth your own blood? Huh? you have let power and its call corrupt your hearts. It is time you get your sanity back before it is too late.
Doctor, is she alive?
Of course, it's okay. Don't request the message. Doctor, is she okay?
Yes, she is alive. But her heartbeat is very slow.
Richard, I know you have relinquished your claim to the throne, but marry this girl before she dies. If she dies, so is your claim to the throne. We will get a kidney from your bones.
We will gladly offer it to our master. Nimrod, give the dying girl your kidney. You will be in better position to claim her as your bride.
Do it, sir, for the time and your glory.
My daughter will not get married to this family.
Why?
Because it will be an act of abomination.
Do not take us for a ride. Speak in clear words.
It will be a despicable act.
Ah! You're getting into my nerves!
Iguara? Iguara? Iguara is the chief. Iguara is the chief's daughter.
When I was a little girl, I was living on a chief's residence. One day, he came to me with an indecent proposal. When I turned him down, he tore my gentle petals, leaving me a seed as a signature. Habakkuk and the priest saw it all.
Why do you silence?
He took the sword God of silence over him.
The God would have struck us dead if we dared speak.
So you see, the throne shall remain empty.
That is not the case. The chief had a will.
A will.
Yes, a will.
A will for the time.
And it reads, Chief Mawazo's firstborn child, and not necessarily a son, would take over the throne. And so, Zipporah, being the first child of the chief Mawaz, is the new heir of the throne.
So, our next chief is dying. Another QUAGMIRE ROYAL.
Hey!
Nimrod.
I will do my first act of prayers to our next I will donate my kidney.
Good. Let us hurry up with the operation before our next chief dies.
Now that the quagmire has been solved, let us embark on the health of a new chief.
QUAGMIRE ROYAL results.
Just stand here. You rehearse as a take photos here. Then, after you appear, definitely, I will put you there, provided you revisit machine. Continuous and continuous. Will you do it anywhere? A person it is in suffocation. At first, suffocation and realization. Realization needing arbitration. Arbitration, of course, with ionization. Ionization to avoid commotion. Commotion of demolition. So, where do you stand? Surely, I and you don't understand. You ought to come in open and tell the role of your pair. As confused, you are an usher. Without a bahasha, you won't usher. I cry for our future. Artistic future, in miniature. Future stretched by a shattered stretcher. Future of imbalance, just in by a creature. Art, now in winter of nature. As a committee, we only allow one pen for tea. As the committee still, we only have one chair for the pen. In case of any happening, then refer to the pen. You turn my occasion in a viper. Your venom as deadly as a sniper. You crush my creativity as wiper, leaving me as naked as a stripper. This is surely sadistic. Sadistic than a dog in lipstick. With your injustice, I promise you not to show my baldness. Rise to the limit, ensure all commit. I will temple you to the summit. For just justice has done